5,400 samples through that lab so far this year, with 28 positive findings, according to the IGB. Some of those in the sport I've been speaking to say it will still take time for the IGB to win their trust on this issue. But Dennis Healy is the veterinary director of the Greyhound Board, and he's promising change.
We've invested over 400,000 in the machinery alone this year, which certainly brings us up to world standards, that we can test for all sorts of drugs, metabolites of drugs, down to such low levels like there are parts per trillion.
But this new equipment that the IGB has invested in, will it detect every banned substance on the World Anti-Doping Agency prohibited list? There
are a range of substances. It can analyse, I'm advised, hundreds of substances. In fact, it can do thousands of substances. And it can certainly pick up at extremely low levels. And we work with other anti-doping agencies.
Nothing can get in under the radar at present.
I'd be absolutely confident and okay. All sports have problems. It's ongoing. We are no different to other sports. We're no different to horse racing. We are addressing the issue.
Given the improvements this year that the IGB has seen in terms of anti-doping, in terms of regulation, would it not call into question, I suppose, the winners of classics down through the years when this equipment and these regulations weren't there?
We can only deal with what we have today and in the future. And in fact, as of next year, currently there's a bill going through a new Greyhound industry bill. That's going to strengthen the powers that the Irish Greyhound Board have, and it'll certainly strengthen the sanctions we can impose.
But there's no question mark about what's been won previously in other years, considering the vast improvements, what you say, of this year.
It is like any sport, and that is not
of what's happened in greyhound racing
exactly.
in recent years.
But yes, that is as far as I'm concerned, that is historic. We cannot deal too much with the past. We have to deal with the present, and we have to deal with the future, and that we are dealing with by regulating and, in fact, investment in personnel, in expertise. People are entitled to their views, but the reality is we are facing this head on and intend to have an industry that we'll be proud of.
Now, I've also been speaking to the CEO of the IGB, Ger Dollard, and he first gave me an update on the investigation into Clonbrine Hero, the champion dog who tested positive for cocaine.
There are legal proceedings in train. An injunction has been granted which prevents the Control Committee from going ahead in relation to this investigation of that case. That High Court injunction is returnable for the 16th of January next in the High Court, so I'm not in a position to comment while the matter is sub judice, and I'm sure the process will take.